everyone, welcome back here to Busy Bee Budgets, where we talk about all things budgeting and financial independence related. My cash stuffing budgeting journey started a couple of months ago, and I'm fortunate enough that I'm on a high income, though that is going to drop from next month. So my budgeting looks a little bit different from other people's, but that's okay because obviously we've all got different journeys here, haven't we? We're all doing different things. So this is my week 4 cash stuff, so my cash out from last week. And this week I've just spent all the money. It was my husband's birthday, we've been out a couple of times, and I bought a business. For those of you who've been watching my channel for a few weeks now know that I bought a business via Instagram, which is amazing, but has kind of cleared out all my cash. So yeah, it's just been one of those really expensive weeks where there's like some unforeseen stuff and whatever. So when I do my sinking funds video next week, you'll see that they look like materially different and a lot has been cleared out. But it's all good. It's all about prepping for the future and kind of, yeah, just working our way through what we got, haven't we? So I think this month as well, I've learnt about how things crop up. So my car's been fine for years, and then I did the MOT and stuff last week, and I was just assuming it would be sale straight through, and then kind of needed like 1,100 quid's worth of work to get it through its MOT. So there's just been a few things like that this month which are kind of cropped up, and I think that's why the sinking funds and the emergency fund and stuff is just so important, isn't it? Because we're always going to have these things that kind of pop up that we're not expecting, but at least with the budgeting journey you kind of can see it happening and see what you need to do, and it feels, although it's been a bit manic this month, it does feel like at least we're in control and we kind of know what we're doing. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a ramble. I promise we'll get into it. So today is my week 4 of March. So I get paid this Friday, 8th of April. I'm changing my hours at work, but I still don't know what I'm going to get paid. So so I need to do my budget, but I can't really do it until I know what my income is for obvious reasons. And obviously we know that the bills have gone up, but what I don't know is what I've got to play with in the middle. So I'm going to do my week 4 as normal, and then hopefully at some point this week I will find out how much I'm going to get paid on Friday, and then I can start to think about April's budget, which should be a lot. It should just be less unforeseen circumstances, hopefully. Yeah, fingers crossed anyway. Right, so my cash out is not going to take very long this month, this week, because like I say, I've pretty much spent everything. So in food I've got left £4.40. Now I usually do a mini savings challenge, but I've run out of £5 is the lowest that I can save now on my new savings challenge. So what I'm going to do is pop the 20p's in there, so I've got 60p there, and then the £2 I'm just going to pop in my jar, and then hopefully next week I'll have some extra that I can round it up and then save it into a savings challenge. So that will kind of work for now. And then I've literally got nothing else left. So I've got nothing in fuel, nothing in self-care, nothing in socialising, nothing in gifts, nothing in miscellaneous, nothing in spends, and I think actually I've got £10 left in giving, which is something, if not nothing, isn't it? So yeah, but everything else has completely, as I say, been wiped out. Which has been great. We've had like a social weekend because it's my husband's birthday, so that all kind of went, and then my gifts went because it was his birthday, so I kind of that got bottomed out. But what I haven't done is gone over, so that is something. So although there's nothing left, we've not dipped into anything else, so that's been all good. Okay, so food next week is getting 100, though actually I'm hoping there will be quite a lot left over because my husband's actually working away from next week. Sorry, let me do the cash stuff first. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140 in 20s. And then we should have 70 and 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So for once, my money's right. It's £2, 210 for this week, which is something, because if you watch this channel, that I'm really rubbish at knowing exactly how much money there is. So food's going to get 100, as I said, but it should be less because my husband's working away this week. So obviously that instantly cuts our food bill. So I'm kind of hoping that there should be quite a lot of this left over next week, and I'm going to try and eat out of the freezer and what we got like left over. Obviously when it's just you, it's easier just to kind of do that, isn't it? So 20, 40, 60, 80, and then I'll take 2 10s from here. So that should be 100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. That's going into food. And I've got these mini envelopes now from Aesthetic Budget, which are really lovely and just fit in my normal purse. So for kind of fuel, miscellaneous spends, the ones that kind of I kind of will need when I'm out the most. I bought these little envelopes. Yeah, and they're really good and they just kind of fit in and stuff. Right, fuel is going to get 10. I've got about half a tank left and aren't planning to go anywhere this week. Anywhere big anyway. So probably what I'll do is roll this over next week and put it towards like half a tank at some point. So I'll pop £10 in fuel. Self-care is getting 30. I spent I had my skin treatment last week and a massage, so it completely blew out that. But I have booked some more treatment for April, which is going to be really expensive, but will be the last one then for the summer, because the kind of treatment I have you can't have when there's too much sunlight around. So so it'll be an expensive one next month, and then hopefully they should drop down. And this is a category that if my budget doesn't allow for it, once I know what my part-time hours are, then this absolutely is one that can kind of be reduced. So we've got 30 going into self-care. Socialising is getting 20. I've got a lunch with a friend this week and meeting another friend after work for a drink this week. So yeah, that will probably kind of get used up. Gifts is going to get 40. So what I'm going to do now with gifts probably going forward is I'm going to treat it as a sinking fund. So once I do my April budget, I'm going to switch this over. And then I think I just need to set a minimum level that I want to have in gifts all the time and just treat it like a sinking fund. So yeah, I think gifts is a difficult one for me. So I'll be interested to hear what you guys do. But I think that's probably what I'm going to do with it. Just so that I can do that. And I seem to have used all my money. And I only have £10 left. So that has gone wrong somewhere, hasn't it? So I've got 40 in gifts. 110, 140, 160, 180, 190, so that is 210, and I had 210, so what have I done? Probably watch this video back and realise what I was. So 100 in fuel, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Fuel got 10. Self-care got 30, which is right. Socialising got 20, which is right. Gifts got 40. £110, £140, £160, £200. Oh, so that should be £230. That is where I'm going wrong. Okay. Right, that makes sense now. I was going mad there for a second. So what I'm going to probably do is take 20 out of gifts and just have 20 in there. And then put the other 10s into the categories that they should be. So I told you guys wrong every single week. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Right, okay. So 10 is going to go into miscellaneous. 10 into spends. And 10 into giving. Right, that makes more sense, doesn't it? God, that's ridiculous how hard that is every week. I really need to make that easier on myself. Right, so that is my, what is 210, but should have been 230, but I'm happy just to live without the gifts this week because there's nothing I need to buy, so that's fine. But I will write down 230 just so that I know when I do my April budget that should be better. So that is all my cash stuff for this week. I say I get paid on Friday, so I'll do my cash stuff for April for next week. I'll do that this weekend, and then I will also have my budget hopefully done, but it will look very different to the last couple of months, both because I've learned some lessons and I know kind of where I need to spend my money and where I don't need to spend my money, but also because I will be changing my hours from work and stuff. For those of you who kind of know, I bought a business, but obviously that's probably not going to be making any income for the first few months because I'll kind of just leave it in the business to deal with those types of things. So it just all will look quite different. So I think I'm probably going to be feel like I'll be cash poorer for a while, but it will kind of play out in the long run, if that makes sense. So sorry that was so rubbish today. Sorry, I couldn't even count how much, well, at least I counted how much money I had for a change, but I didn't have the right one at the budget, which means shows I can't add up. But anyway, hopefully next week will be better, and it will have that certainty of kind of once my salary is set, that will be the same for the whole year. So it just gives me that consistency, so I know what I'm playing with for the rest of the year. So I apologise for all the mistakes in this video. I hope you have a better day than I did, and I will see you all soon. Bye.